Hi guys, for today's video we're going to talk about the different network types. And these network types depend on how large they are and how much of an area they cover geographically. So most people who have a basic knowledge of networking are familiar with terms such as LAN and WAN, but in addition to those, there are a few more network types that a lot of people are not familiar with. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So let's first talk about PAN. So PAN stands for Personal Area Network. Now this is a type of network that is used on a personal level. It's a small network that is used for connecting devices such as smartphones, tablets, and laptops, and they connect to each other by using wireless technologies. And the next network type is WAN. WAN stands for Wide Area Network. A WAN is the largest type of network. A WAN includes multiple LANs, CANs, and MANs. It's a network that spans over a large geographical area such as country, continent, or even the entire globe. A good example of a wide area network is the Internet. And the next network type is NAN. NAN stands for Neighborhood Area Network. It's an offshoot of Wi-Fi hotspot and wireless local area network (WLAN), which enable users to connect to the internet quickly and at very little expense. A NAN is generally installed by an individual to serve a family or a number of neighbors. And the next network type is a MAN. MAN stands for Metropolitan Area Network. This is a larger network than a CAN. It's a network that spans over several buildings in a city or town. MANs are typically connected using a high-speed connection such as fiber optic cable. It's a high-speed network that gives the ability for sharing data and resources within a city. The different rules of a computer in a client server and a peer-to-peer network. A server is a special computer on a network that is not used as a workstation, but is a computer dedicated to serving files and managing services. Both local and wide area networks can operate either with a server or without a server. A network that uses a server is called a client-server model. A network that does not use a server is called a peer-to-peer model. With a client-server model, the server controls access and security to one shared file store. A server manager is access to the internet and other connections. A server manages print jobs and it provides services such as email. A server runs backup of data and the clients make requests to the server for data and connection that it needs. A peer-to-peer model is an alternative to the client-server model on a network. Here you don't have any server and quite often. This is what happens in a home computer situation where you have many devices that can share and connect to each other, but you don't have a central server that's managing that. A peer is a computer on the network and it's equal to all other peers. Peers serve their own files to each other. Each peer is responsible for its own security. Each peer is responsible for its own backups. Peers usually have their own printers. You can send print jobs to another peers to process, but the peer would need to be switched on to be able to communicate with the connected printer. Network topology. So what are network topologies? A topology is the layout of a network communicates with the different devices, and there are a couple of different categories of topologies. There is wired and a wireless. So we're first going to talk about the most common wired topologies. And the most common wired topology that is used is the star topology. In the star topology, all the computers connect with the help of a hub. This cable is called a central node, and all other nodes are connected using this central node. It is the most popular on LAN networks as they are inexpensive and easy to install. Ring topology. In a ring network, every device has exactly two neighboring devices for communication purpose. It is called a ring topology as its form is like a ring. In this topology, every computer is connected to another computer. Here the last node is combined with a first one. Bus topology. Bus topology uses a single cable which connects all the included nodes. The main cable acts as a spine for the entire network. One of the computers in the network acts as the computer server. When it has two endpoints, it is known as a linear bus topology. Mesh topology. The mesh topology has a unique network design in which each computer on the network connects to every other. It develops a point-to-point connection between all the devices of the network. It offers a high level of redundancy, so even if one of network cable fails, still data has an alternative path to reach its destination. Tree topology. Tree topologies have a root node and all nodes are connected which form a hierarchy. So it also known as hierarchical topology. This topology integrates various star topologies together in a single bus. So it is known as a star bus topology. Tree topology is a very common network which is similar to a bus and star topology. Point-to-point topology is the easiest of all network topologies in this method. The network consists of a direct link between two computers. Hybrid topology. Hybrid topologies combine two or more topologies. You can see in the above architecture in such a manner that the resulting network does not exhibit one of the standard topologies. The three types of network cables. Number 1. Twisted pair cable. A twisted pair cable is a type of cable made by putting two separate insulated wires together in a twisted pattern and running them parallel to each other. This type of cable is widely used in different kinds of data and voice infrastructures. There are two types of twisted pair Ethernet cable: unshielded twisted pair (UTP) and shielded twisted pair (STP). The commonly used UTP copper cable is Cat5, Cat5e, Cat6, Cat6a, and Cat7. The STP copper cable has a foil wrap outside on each pair of wires. The four pairs of wires then are wrapped in overall metallic braid or foil. Usually 550 ohm cable. STP cable has a better capacity of resisting noise than UTP cable, even if both of them can be used in 10 GB base T. Note the difference between UTP and STP cable. In 10 GB base T, network UTP or STP cables for 10 GB base network. Number 2. Coaxial cable or coax cable is designed to transmit high-frequency signals. It's comprised of a round copper conductor and 3 layers of insulation and shielding which prevents crosstalk from motors, lighting, and other sources of IME. With the shield constructions, the coaxial cable can support longer cable lengths between two devices. There are a number of different types of coax, but only two, RG59 and RG6, get the most use in residential applications. The name RG dates back to World War II and means radio guide, which doesn't have a really signify anything today. Number 3. Fiber optic cable, also called as optical fiber cable, is a type of Ethernet cable which consists of one or more optic fibers that are used to transmit data. Fiber optic cable transmit data as pulses of light go through tiny tubes of glass. The transmission capacity of optical fiber cable is 26,000 times higher than that of twisted pair cable. In communications, band is referred to as the range of frequencies. Bandwidth is used in the channel depending on the size of the band. In terms of KHZ, MHZ, or GHZ, and some other properties of the communication channel can be categorized as narrowband, broadband, and wideband, etc. In data communication, bandwidth is measured in terms of bit rate, kbps, mbps, etc. Narrowband. In radio, narrowband communication happens in a frequency range where the frequency response of the channel is flat. The gain is constant for all the frequencies in the range. Therefore, the band should be smaller than the coherence bandwidth maximum range of frequencies where channel response is flat, and relatively smaller than broadband range or wideband, where channel response is not necessarily flat. In data communication or internet connections, narrowband is referred to the amount of data being transferred within a second or bits per second. Dial-up internet connections where data rate is less than 56 kbps belong to the narrowband internet category. In dial-up connections, computers are connected to internet through a modem and telephone cables. Broadband. In radio communication, broadband has the similar meaning to wideband, which has a wider frequency range compared to narrowband. Usually, broadband range exceeds the coherence bandwidth and therefore doesn't possess a flat frequency response. Broadband is a relative term and the size of the band may be in kHz, MHz, or GHz, depending on the application. For internet connections, the term broadband describes the data rate of connections. Usually, a broadband connection has a higher bandwidth in Mbps range compared to narrowband. A communication protocol is a system of rules that allows two or more entities of communication system to transmit information via any kinds of variation of a physical quantity. The protocol defines the roles of syntax, semantics, and synchronization of communication and possible error recovery methods. TCP. TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol, a communications standard that enables applications, programs, and computing devices to exchange messages over a network. It is designed to send packets across the internet and ensure the successful delivery of data and messages over networks. IP. IP stands for Internet Protocol. Address is the unique number that gets assigned to your connected device. Every mobile phone, laptop, cable box, tablet, server, along with thousands of other types of device IoT that are connected to a computer network has one. IPX stands for Inter-Network Packet Exchange. SPX stands for Sequence Packet Exchange. Is a set of networks protocols that provide packet switching and sequencing for small and large networks, used initially on networks using the novel NetWare operating system. So, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I am Vincent A. Villanueva. Peace.